We are one them. Well, we are one them to know.
Hallelujah.
We are one them. Well, we are one them to know.
Hallelujah.
We are tell them. Well, we are tell them to know.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, brother. I'm gonna stop from there. How you doing, guys? Music is a place. It's a world in itself. I kind of try to imagine what the world would have been without music, and it's impossible to think. I can't really think about anything that can replace music in this world, and that's why we want to bring it in perspective. I'll be introducing these guys later on in the show, but the beat in itself, the melody. And we want to discuss far much beyond that on today's episode of The Sneet. And I've been telling you that I need to be recording very soon. Let's try another one. Usiku na mchana minaimba na kupenda
kwa moyo wangu wote,
kucha kutwa na kupenda. Hey, maneno tupu si ibada yangu, ni moyo wangu wote, maisha yangu ni ibada yangu. Hey, we see the Sneet yanze. Yanze wewe. Greetings wherever you are, Mazes. VP is RJ's house. Now it was Sheldon and this is the Sneet, episode 15, talking about music. As I mentioned it, I wish I could be playing some musical instruments, but maybe the voice is what I could try and fake it, and how we do it until we make it. Yep, this is the episode that's one of the most amazing we'll ever host here because it's melody all along from the beginning to the end, and I'm so excited to be having some two guys here, and I still have to put you in patience because I'm not introducing them now. But in the next set, it's gonna be clicking it because these are people who have already recorded music in studios. They've experienced what it is to do music, and maybe you're at home and you would like to do music. Yeah, this is your show. Stay tuned, man.
Look, that team MG, you know we back. Oh, we made it. Yeah, just feeling myself right now. You know, it's all about Jesus. You know, huh? I know, maybe. I know. What you doing? Ain't nobody got time for that. Used to hide, some of y'all don't recall your names. I don't even know what that mean. Puppies, drugs, sex, get high all up in your brain. I don't even know what that mean. You so high, what you flying? She should know what, don't blow that. This is on to my kinfo. I'm so high with some info. Holy Spirit, your info. I'm so high like a fly, yeah. Give truth, life, grace, I ain't dying. I don't even know what that mean. 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 I don't even know. I don't even know what that mean.
I don't even know what that mean. I don't even know.
Me never want to live my life full of lies. Me follow Christ, me not follow devil for the rough lies. Come talk the life out when I make us start to die. And if you continue with the body, your eternity will cry. In a Christ you'll be fooling. A devil be a fool. Devil wait never cool. Cause hell is really hot and sugar cut. Cause nothing is within a wild pleasure. If look at the end, so you better kill that pleasure.
It feels right, I think you should try it. I don't even know what that means. Don't you know everybody is doing it? I don't even know what that means. What we love to adorn, what we like to adorn will not make sense when life is a John. So I follow the example of Mark, Luke and John. Face the music, come sing along.
Now I really know what that mean.
I don't wanna go to no clubs and no partying no more.
Now I really know what that mean. Now I really know what that mean. Now I really know what that mean. Now I really know. Now I really know what that mean. Now I really know what that mean. Now I really know.
Hey, that team MG. Tifo, Charlie, we there. EG.
Yeah, God, mommy, love me.
If you didn't know, now you know.
I'ma be an example. I'ma be an example. I'ma be an example. I'ma be an example.
Follow me. Follow me.
Follow me as I follow Christ. Follow me as I follow Christ. Follow me as I follow Christ. And be like, do this, do that, get a good karma. When you die, to a ditch. I got Jesus the light, so you can follow me. I was like you, maybe even worse. But now I'm saved and I'm free from the curse. It's by grace and not by my works. Now I let the light of Christ shine in the door.
I'ma be an example. I'ma be an example. I'ma be an example. I'ma be an example.
Follow me, follow me, follow me as I follow Christ. Follow me as I follow Christ. Follow me as I follow Christ. Follow me, follow me, follow me as I follow Christ. Follow me as I follow me as I follow me.
T for 12, baby.
Big you can call me kick my no low. I keep on running this race. Aliniita nika follow. Nacheza na fast, Buddha nacheza na boss. Nakuja kwa meza na what? Funja makas. Mke wa poti from mbele, gari na weka reverse. The devil is deceiving. I know you wanna do it cause of the feeling, but what's the feeling when you got healing? I can do this, that's my believing. So, nipate verse 5, Nikki MC. Nipate pale church, ICC. With God on my side, I can do it, just did it recap. We can come through with it.
On your marks, ready, set, go. Run for your life, man. Come and step on the pedal. The talking daddy on your DM, try to evade them. Keep running, better be quick. Trials on your tail. Majaribu zikikaa, piga chuo, never look back. Toka mbio mbaya, missing, bolt on the track. The devil deceiving, never believe it. Run to the Father and live it.
Piga chuo, nada. Toka kijiko, piga chuo, nada. Toka kijiko, piga chuo, nada. Toka kijiko, piga chuo, nada.
Welcome back to the Sneet, where we've got the salt, man. Thank you so much. And it was Sheldon, as I said earlier, and today I'm joined in by two amazing musicians, guys that sing live music and both live and recorded music. You need to start with the ladies first. Yeah? How are you doing?
I'm good.
At least this is a familiar face. We've been seeing you in episodes since episode 1.
Yeah.
Tuambie Gina.
Okay, my name is Casey Mugorenes.
That's your idea, ya usanii.
That's ya usanii.
Usanii, Casey Mugorenes.
Yes.
How is Casey written?
K_CI.
Eish. K_CI. Mugorenes. And Mugorenes is a double S uko nyuma.
Yeah.
And then on the right, on the left, that's on the right of your screen.
Yeah, thank you for having me. My name is Eutychus Tepkins Leroy. But because that name is too long, you can just call me Fortunate. Yeah, that's my itongoaje? Ijina itongoaje? Ijina usanii. That's my
Brand
pseudonym.
name. Pseudonym.
Yeah, that's my pseudonym.
Yeah. Awesome. These you've recorded individually.
Yeah.
I've listened to your music. There was a time you're doing the album. It's branded in black, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And what's the name of the album?
Scriptured. It's an EP.
I'm sorry if I just using this terminology. It's an
It's
EP.
okay. It's allowed.
Okay. Then this I think I met you in 2015.
Yeah, 2015.
2015. That time you were with the singing group T for 12.
T for 12. That image?
That image.
Yeah.
Oh, la. In fact, the song has just been played. That was T for 12.
Yeah.
And if you were keen, you must have seen Fortunate in it. It's how many albums did you record before you?
We had like 3 studio albums and 1 mixtape.
And you guys were in your 20s, mid 20s actually, early 20s. Early 20s.
It was like 20 like 7 years ago.
7 years
21,
ago.
20 years.
Whoa. And yours, you recorded when you were?
I was about that age.
Okay, early 20s also.
I was like 23.
Yeah, around 23. Okay, because we're headed somewhere. And the question, of course, that's common. Every musician is normally asked, when did you start singing?
I started singing when I was 3 years old.
3.
Yeah.
Actually, the interesting thing about Mugure, and I was so shocked. There's a song I used to love when I was young. Hip hop was so much in Dandora. And there's a song that used to be all over the world.
All over the world.
dunia yote pamoja.
Dunia nzima pamoja. Siku nyingi ninangoja. Safiri sana utayaona. Amsterdam, New York.
Sisi wote. You've never heard that song? She's in the video as just a kid that doesn't know what music is all about. Peter tu hapo mbele to shoot. They were building towers with all the material that you can find like in Dandora, be it seats or anything. That's around the same. You had already started singing by the time you were appearing that video.
Yeah.
Okay. You have your family is musical?
Yeah, my family is musical.
Yeah. Who is singing?
My bros, they are rappers. Yeah, mostly my nieces and nephews do music as well.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Cool.
but they're not doing it as a career, but they are really good. Yeah.
Could it be the inspiration when you started singing, or what was the inspiration behind it?
My bros, I think when I found myself in the industry even before I knew how to talk well. So I just thought I love this thing, and I could see my bros doing it. So I think
It's possible.
Yeah, and they were earning from it handsomely. So I was like, oh, and it's something I love doing. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. What would I ask on beside the same question about when was your time that you like music is into you? Because I've seen the passion that you have in the different years that I've been with you. Like even if you're not on the studio, you just have to find a place where you can be in a choir or people who are singing.
True.
Yeah.
Now, since I was small, we used to have this evening Bible study at home, and in those times, that was the time I was like getting tired. I feel like I need to sleep, but my folks would make sure we actually sing a hymn before.
Wow.
And that happened for more than 20 years. Like we used to do that daily, and daily it was lazima. So that is how I got
nurtured.
Yeah, that's how I got into music. So everyone sings. My mom plays the guitar. Yeah, she's the one who taught me the guitar.
What genre do you focus on?
Me, soulful music.
Soulful music.
Yeah. Gospel soulful music.
There is somebody in Kibagenge watching. They don't know an example of soulful music. An example of an artist who called
Soulful
Just take your time. Just take your time.
Okay, there are many people who sing soulful music.
None famous that somebody can just hear of them in radio and they're like, that's soulful music.
I think, I don't know, at the top of my head, I think Mali music. Yeah.
Okay. Mali music. Unaijua acha kuja uniangalia kama sijui. Yep, and yours is
I'm eclectic. I listen to everything.
Eclectic is somebody who listens to all kind of music.
Like
reggae, hip hop, you don't bagua. Even recording, you record everything.
Yes, everything.
Oh.
Yes.
You do only soul music for yourself?
No, I said soulful because I listen to everything, but I like songs which have the soul feel in it. Because when you listen to like reggae has everything. It has hip hop, it has jazz, it has everything.
Okay.
So there's a soul I can sense in almost every genre that I listen to. That's why I say soulful. I could have said neo soul, but they are different feelings of soulful feel in different genres.
Got you.
Yeah.
So now, because you've already composed music before, what are the things that go on in your mind while you're composing? What inspires your composition, especially to the target group? Whom do you reach out to, the target group that you can say that you have as your niche?
I think everyone. For me, it's everyone.
Okay, it's across the board, no age bracket.
No age bracket.
For you?
I think the guys between ages 25 to 30 there. That's like most of my music resonates with those people. Because what inspires me, I build up on other people's music. Number one, maybe I'm listening to, if it's Kirk Franklin I'm listening to, it will seep into how I'm writing. Like even if I listen to a song in a match, like when I was coming, walikuwa wacheza Bob Marley. So that can really trigger an inspirational line. that I wasn't thinking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the now when that's what brings in the composition, and I would like it now to bring. We've had issues, of course, in our industry. There was a time the gospel industry was, let me not even call it industry because it brought a lot of controversy. There was a time when a playlist was not complete without gospel music in it. Everybody was looking forward to gospel music. Then it reached a point where nobody is no longer interested. Like DJs can survive without that gospel music. Right now they fill it in with Tanzania, that's Bongo, Wasafi, and what's this other group? Nigerians. There's also a Amapiano from South Africa. What is it that puts you distinct from, because you guys focus on gospel, right? What puts you distinct from the secular world, trying to still remain relevant? What keeps you in here? Kuna pesa kule nje, because most of the guys that have left have gone for the money.
As for me, I think it boils down to purpose. I think what you believe that you're called to do, and the crowd, because even when Jesus was auctioning the disciples, he told them there are some who are sent to the lost Jews, there are some who are sent to the Gentiles. And for me, I feel like I am sent to everyone, but it's the good news. I want to share what God has done in my life. That's why I'm doing gospel music. It's about a relationship. I want to talk about it. Yeah, that's my 2 cents on that.
As I was preparing for this, I researched, I used the dictionary. So I searched for the word secular, and I noticed 2 things. The first one is worldly, and the second one was temporary. So I've come to see like even gospel music can really be temporary. Because if I'm singing about, I can be a Christian, and if I'm singing and my object of worship is a lady, definitely that song will be temporary.
Yeah.
So it actually fits to be a secular song. So my thought is that the fact that people at that time, like maybe 10 years ago, we had good music, but I think we allowed to be influenced by doing kikis and doing tabloids, scandals, instead of just doing music. That really influenced how people perceived our message. So, and it's not a one answer for everything, but I think that has an influence towards why people have this lackluster feeling about gospel.
It's the why behind what you're doing.
Okay, so it still sticks on the why, that irrespective of how people respond to it, that you still do it. If today you are releasing a song and it's hitting 1 million, then after 2 months it stops hitting to 1 million. Nashanga, people are coming to your channel only 36,000, 12,000, 10,000 viewers. Does it mean that you change your content, or you still stick to the relevance, the why?
Amen.
Yeah, it's the why. I've just, when you hit on that, I remembered when Mike Todd was talking about ripping the list, and because he was talking about when Joseph was had a dream, but it ended up in the palace. But it may be in Joseph's mind, he was like, okay, I've had this dream. Okay, I'm going to tell my brothers, they're going to support me, this and that, and blah blah blah. Yani things are going to fall into place, but on God's list, it was a different story. So like I don't know how to explain this, but it's about the why. Because at the end of the day, if it was your purpose to do something like gospel, the why behind it, if it's authentic to you, it will be authentic to everyone who listens to it.
Okay, we still stick with the why. I have a question on there are also trends in terms of churches. There are churches you'd go to, like the one next to Nyayo, Nyawere, I think it's ICC, yeah? And you'll find a lot of musicians are into that church. And there are those that you will go in and you hardly find any musicians. What are those choices that inform a place where a musician goes to fellowship?
You know, even hitting one note, ulikuwa unasifu, and then the worship leader hits a note off, can really turn people off. Like alikuwa naomba alafu all of a sudden they're like, so it can actually kill the mood for worship. So I think some people actually they have the music the church plays really influences the church they go to, plus also the preacher. So the music is very important, because nowadays church inakuanga 2 hours at most, and the music is given at least 30 minutes. So music really has a very strong impact. That's why it influences a lot of things that happen in the church.
So the keyboards are dang, 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 dang,
Yeah,
dang, dang,
that's a
dang.
turn
They are
off.
not for you.
Completely.
No, I can
But at the
Yeah,
same time, you know, you can go to a place like that, and maybe you feel like that presence that maybe you're supposed to stay here and make that change. You see, but I think it's people in relationships say, when you know, you know. I've heard that like a gazillion times. Like when you know, like this is the one that you are supposed to marry, like you know that. And also, I think it's the same with when you're choosing maybe a church or anything else. Like you just know, like this is where I'm supposed to be. If you're in alignment, yani the spirit and everything will agree with it. Yeah.
What I would like to ask is, there are guys watching us, and the specific objective of this episode was trying to get some direction on somebody who is new in this Kenyan industry and they would like to get into music. What is one thing that you would change? There will be 2 questions. What is one thing that you will change about the industry right now that is maybe not working for you in terms of music? And the second thing is, if you have mentors, and how somebody can choose a mentor musically.
Thank you. You can start with him right now on that one.
Honestly, I can't say really about changing the industry, but I would say changing the mindset.
Okay.
We have a lot of, we can really be entitled, especially musicians. You're like, hey, I've done this song, I've done this. You feel entitled that you need to be played. So actually, changing our mentality, not to be entitled. I know that you are actually serving. When you're doing this music, you're actually serving. So don't have that, hey, you need to play me. Number 2, the aspect of finding mentors. I'd suggest volunteering. Volunteer or find someone who can give you the opportunity to walk under their shoulders. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Volunteership is so key.
Volunteer.
Working under somebody's
Yeah,
cover.
like if you know this is a person I want to be like, if you can find a link.
Also, like if even they have a band, you can move around with them,
Yes.
more of like an intern, just seeing how they do their logistics and everything, planning. Okay.
For me, what is the question again?
What would you change in this industry, and what would you advise somebody who's coming into music?
I think,
because if there's in an age where people dream a lot is in their teens and early 20s.
Okay, for me will be, I wouldn't say per se that to change the industry, but to be authentic. Artists need to be authentic, like what you're doing, because it's like what Miles Monroe says, fame is like a flame, it burns out, but influence supersedes even your lifetime. You see?
Yeah.
So when you are focused on creating an impact in the society with what you're given, like maybe it's music, maybe it could be anything. If that is what you're called to do it with the realness. It's not like because I was grown in church, so it's only natural that I start doing gospel music. But it's not real to you. It's not your truth.
Okay.
Maybe you are a Christian because your parents are Christian. Maybe you haven't had that intimate relationship to understand, okay, I am doing this because I want to share what I've experienced
Okay.
in this journey of being a Christian.
Wow.
Yeah, and about mentorship, I think for me, I had mentors. My brothers were my mentors. I think yeah, it's good to have mentors, and I really agree with him. I think for me it was automatic. I found myself there, so I didn't have to struggle so much, and I also knew the ins and outs, and I knew people are going to say about this about you, and gazettes are going to say things that are not true. Sometimes they are going to be true. Sometimes they are not true, and sometimes fame can cloud your judgment. Sometimes, yeah, there are many things they taught me. So it's good to have a mentor.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, my time is up. Yeah?
Can I just add something?
Yes, it better be something.
Yeah. Use what you have and start where you are.
You don't need to wait for 500k so that you walk into a studio. Whatever is available at your arm's length, like Moses and the road. Yeah, that's it for today's episode of the Sneet. Not really episode, because we're coming back to conclude it for this panel session. And thank you so much for coming and being free to share out your lives. I know there's so much more that we would have discussed about music. Hopefully there'll be another episode on music in itself.
Right.
But anyway, yeah, we are going to meet on the other segment of the Sneet on social media. You are at Mugurenes.
At Mugurenes, on Facebook at Casey Mugurenes.
Okay.
Yeah.
These guys are on Instagram. Just focus on Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram.
Nobody's
Yeah,
on Facebook.
Instagram Mugurenes.
And yours is
On Instagram, 428_Tepken, TEPKENY.
Yeah.
Fortunate Tepken.
And
Fortunate Tepken.
yeah, and YouTube Victoria Mugure.
YouTube Victoria Mugure. You've been uploading some music. Yeah, thanks so much for your time, guys. And
Thank you
God
for
bless
having
you.
us.
Thank you
God
for
bless
having
you.
us.
Yeah, joining in with the Bible facts. Rolling out.
You know, it's kind of crazy how important music is to us. Even in the Bible, King Saul needed David to play the harp for him to be calm, for him to calm his spirit. Even in our generation, I know people right now, my family, my friends, my colleagues, even my comrades in school, who needed to play their best energy playlist in order to be productive throughout the day. It's interesting how companies spend billions of dollars just investing in music, how they control the music, who sells them and who buys them. Companies like Google Play, Shazam, Boomplay, and all Spotify and all the rest. So music really is important to us. It's important how it programs our mindset and how we think. Hebrews 2:1 speaks about what we pay attention to, because what we pay attention to has the ability to drift away your mind from what is right or what is wrong. The question is this: what kind of music do you listen to? What kind of genre of music do you listen to? Does it push you to become a Christian, become a person of more of a Christian value, Christian character, or does it blur the line between secular world and Christian world? I think that's the question that we should all ask ourselves. Thank you.
That's been the episode for today on the Sneet, and thank you so much for joining us, Maze. Our social media handles, as always, at trendsetters_PC on Instagram, trendsetters_PC on YouTube, trendsetters_PC on Facebook. Are you guys even on Facebook? And trendsetters_PC on Spotify. Yeah, just go and listen some podcasts there. We are so in. Thank you for tuning in. Subscribe, Maze. Share with your friends. Let the message grow. That's been the Sneet for today, where we've got the salt. Signing out, Naito Sheldon.